Mysuara FM.
Hello, 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 everyone. You are listening to Mysuara FM Hot Talk with me, Ridwan Rosli, and our very special guest today, Mr. Omar Mokhtar, will be talking about ice hockey Malaysia. Omar,
Hi
how are you?
guys, what's up? What's up? I'm
How
good.
how things with you?
Very, very good.
Thank you very much for being here, Omar. And then I think a lot of people would be thinking, it's like, why are we talking about ice hockey? But just to share, maybe for those who doesn't know that this coming Saturday would be our Hari Suka Negara, where Hari Suka Negara we will celebrate it on the second Saturday of October. Yeah, second Saturday of October every single year. So this coming Saturday would be our Hari Suka Negara. Therefore, Hot Talk Mysuara FM today would be talking about ice hockey.
Yep, it's the new sport in town.
Yes, it is definitely the new one, and then it seems that it captured a lot of people' attention. Although to most of Malaysian, it is definitely something new, and a lot of people were just like thinking stuff like, "Why ice hockey? I mean, we are a tropical country, and what are we doing playing ice hockey?" I mean, it reminds me of that one movie about some one of the African country. Was it South Africa where they were playing the
Cool
sled?
runnings. Cool runnings.
Yeah, they were playing the sled, right?
Yeah.
And they went into Winter Olympic.
Correct, correct.
Yep. So Malaysia, I mean, it's like before we go on any further on ice hockey, do you mind, Omar, just to share a bit about yourself?
Okay, so I have been playing hockey for the past, oh god no, since I was Form 1 actually, in field hockey.
All right.
And from there, we started after finishing field hockey, and then I started to shift into ice hockey. The thing is that I was walking in Sunway one day, and
Okay.
we found out that hey, there's ice hockey, and that has been my dream sport since I've watched Mighty Ducks since I was young. So that's I think pretty much that's how all of us starts in yeah in ice hockey. Most of the students.
All right. Okay. All right. Sorry, a bit of technical glitch. Yes. Going back, you were saying that you were in Sunway.
Yes, yes. I was in Sunway, and I saw people playing ice hockey. And
Who were playing at that time?
okay, our seniors, and most of them are expats. So the thing
Ah.
about the history of ice hockey in Malaysia is that we started out in the 90s, and
Alright.
we were playing roller hockey. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very sorry. I'm a bit blur when it comes to this. What is roller hockey and what is ice hockey?
Okay. So roller hockey consists of you using
Rollerblades.
rollerblades.
Alright.
Okay, and the game is still the same. You still wear the same gear, your chest pad, your knee pads, and also you will be using a hockey stick.
Okay.
Okay. And after a while, I think about a few years, then we Sunway Pyramid actually built an ice hockey ring.
Yes, it was
Yes.
the first in the country, and for a lot of people, it was like, what is that?
Yes.
And
yeah.
why are we having that here in Malaysia?
That's the thing. It's a new I would say it's a new trend. You know, when it comes out with a new ice ring and everyone starts skating.
And that was like 20 years ago.
oh yeah. More than that, I think. More than 20 years, because I've been playing for about 9 to 10 years
All
ice
right.
hockey.
Okay.
And the thing is, the expats in Malaysia, so they come from various countries like Canada, Finland, and they started out bringing ice hockey into Malaysia.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the oldest club would be KL Cobra.
Okay. Oh, all right. So KL Cobra is there's also a ice hockey team that name KL Cobra, not
Yeah.
just a rugby team.
No, and this Cal Cobra is of course started out with expats.
All right.
And as we grew, they accepted more Malaysians into the team.
Okay.
Okay, and that's how we started to grow from small down to like 50 players only,
All right.
up to now about 300 to 500 players.
Wow. So there's like 300 or 500 ice hockey players in Malaysia right now. I
very
mean,
true.
both. I mean, maybe professional, semi-professional, and also amateurs.
Yes, correct. It covers all, which means from the younger ones, okay, all the way up to the adults.
All
Okay,
right.
to the main players, which is the Malaysian team.
So that's a lot of people. I mean, 300 to 500 people. That's a lot of people. I
Yes,
thought there
it
were
is.
like only like 30 people, and all of them are just like the Malaysia ice hockey team. I thought that was only it.
Well, it was. When I came in, there were two bodies that was handling ice hockey.
All right.
One was ISAM, Ice Skating Association of Malaysia, and the other one is called HAS.
Okay.
Okay, and from there, most of the players were we actually kind of like have two Malaysia teams.
All right.
Okay, so what happened was that we started to be recognized by the
Okay.
government, and we actually created a federation.
All right.
I guess it's called the Malaysia Ice Hockey Federation. So this is where the two bodies actually combine together into one.
Aha.
So,
So yeah, I mean it's like from 10 years ago. I mean you've been playing since 9 years, and from 10 years ago, from just like looking at people playing it in Sunway Pyramid, and you yourself now, I mean, have been indulged in the game.
Yes,
So-
and the thing about hockey is that it's not it's not everyone can play. Everyone can actually play it, but it consists a lot of effort and also motivation to actually
Be there,
strive. Yeah, to be there.
to actually commit.
Correct.
Because
oh, sorry.
yeah,
You saying?
I was just thinking because the one that you mentioned earlier, it's like because last time there were only Sunway Pyramid where you can actually skate.
Correct.
But these days, only like later on, just currently, we just had the one in Empire, in
Yep.
Empire Damansara, and also in IOI,
IOI City Mall.
IOI City Mall, which is in Putrajaya, somewhere there.
Alright, yep.
But before that, it was just only in Sunway Pyramid.
Not so. Sunway Pyramid actually starts first, and then after
Alright.
that we had another ice ring in what is it called again? I forgot. There's a mall in Kajang.
Oh, okay.
Serdang.
Alright.
Mines.
Okay, yes, all right, okay,
Oh
in
my
mind.
God, okay. Okay, that's one, and also we have one more in Penang.
Okay.
So we actually have a few teams, and we always
Aha.
play among each other.
All right. So besides in Klang Valley, you have another group of people playing it in Penang,
Correct.
but none in East Malaysia, Sabah or Sarawak.
No, and after that, once the ice ring in Penang closed and mines closed,
Okay.
most of the players transferred down to KL. PJ.
All right.
which is,
Okay.
Sunway.
So
Yeah.
those were the constraints. So those were the challenges for the people who was enthusiasts in ice hockey
Correct. Yeah.
along the way. So I mean, it's like you yourself being very close to ice hockey, being very into ice hockey. I mean, how do you see ice hockey from 10 years ago till now? Do you like the development and how it is right now?
I love it. The thing is that when I started, I'm a goalie, all right? So imagine this: a goalie, you wear about 15 kilos of gear on your body.
All right, okay.
And I did
And,
not.
and you need to skate at the same time.
You need to skate at the same time.
All right.
So the thing is that I did not have any coach.
Okay.
Okay, when we started, because pretty much the Malaysian boys, they
Did you
know
watch
hockey.
YouTube?
Yeah, literally YouTube. We had some CDs of us as well, but YouTube was our.
So you guys watch a lot of
resource.
Mighty Ducks.
Oh yes,
So those were the inspiration, right?
yeah, it is the inspiration. I think there are there are two movies which actually inspires most of our players that actually start playing hockey. Like for
All
example,
right.
like Mighty Ducks and also Miracle. And what happened was that I had to train myself. I had to learn how to skate myself for 6 months. I mean, I had what do you call this, skill of playing goalie as a field hockey.
Okay.
Okay, and after that, I'll try to I combined it with whatever I can actually learn by skating.
Were you rollerblading before?
Yes, I was.
All
But
right.
I was not as good. Like, it was just a basic, just
All right,
rollerblading.
okay. Yeah.
So
Because it was the in thing back then.
yeah,
it was the in thing back then.
So when we started skating, it took me 6 months, but I was still bad.
All right.
Okay.
So meaning to say, if I want to skate now, I can skate like every single day for 6 months, but I'm still gonna be I'm gonna suck at it.
You're gonna be. I was, you will have the basic, but you still be shit. That kind of thing. Okay?
Yeah.
But when it comes to hockey, okay,
Alright.
because hockey takes a lot of precision, okay, on your turnings, on your braking, on pivot movement. So it's you need a proper coach.
All right.
Okay, so once the body it was fully formed, we had proper coaches. We were recognized by the IIHF, which is the International Ice Hockey Federation.
All right.
So they make what do you call this, like summer camps. Okay, like off ice summer camps for players and also for coaches. So our coaches start to develop. And from there, we actually got more experienced coaches to actually teach the younger generation, which is like us. For example, like all the the current national players and the ex-national players, we straight away become coaches.
Okay, that's a very interesting point because you mentioned ex-national players.
Yeah.
Because why? Because for the majority of the people, the sport just exists to them because they just saw it in the SEA Games.
Very true.
But when you say ex-national players, so
Yeah.
it means that we already have a national team back then.
Yep, very true.
Do you mind sharing more about that?
Okay, so all right, the national.
So, ladies
team-
and gentlemen, this is not new, okay? so
it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while because what? Because people say that we had SEA Game ice hockey SEA Games because KJ wanted it, so
Yeah.
he just put up some guys and just go on and play with it. So, but that is definitely not true because we have ex-national players. Yeah.
So most of it was our seniors, which is consist of. Remember, I told you that we had two bodies, right?
Yes.
Before MIHF.
Yes.
So most of them are already experienced players and also goalies. And
Okay.
we went out internationally and going through matches. For example, in some I was playing as a goalie for them for the Malaysia team, including with our current goalie, which is Azli.
All right.
So he was my senior, my mentor. And we went off playing in Indonesia and other countries, or even when they come into Malaysia as well. So there are matches which I think none of Malaysia knows, like for example, like CCOA, which is the Challenge Cup of Asia.
Okay.
We've been in the cup for like I think about 5 to 6 years.
All
if
right.
I'm
So
not
so
mistaken,
Malaysia have been participating in a sport or a league that the other Malaysian doesn't know the existence.
Oh, yes.
Since the past 6 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. I mean, sometimes because this is the perception. The perceptions of most Malaysian is when they don't know about something, it doesn't exist.
Yep. Very true.
It's not. It doesn't work that way. If you don't know about it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It's just that you don't know about it. But it's okay, Oba. I think there's a lot of things that we can talk about ice hockey today. But I think we're gonna go for the first song, which was being requested by Mrs. Omar. So we'll go to our first break, and ladies and gentlemen, this is Despacito. Hello. You guys are back with me and Omar talking about ice hockey Malaysia.
Yeah.
And it seems that there's a lot of things that people doesn't know, including me.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, first of all, I didn't know that we have been into a league. I mean, the Asian League since like 5-6 years ago.
Yes.
And I didn't know that we. Oh, obviously, when we have that, we have a national team before the SEA Games, because for a lot of majority of Malaysian, SEA Games was the start of ice hockey in Malaysia. But another one way, after listening to what you explained before, Omar, it seems to me that SEA Games was sort of an accomplishment or a pinnacle to show. I mean, especially for the ice hockey community, to show to the public or to show to the government that it exists and then being accepted as. Or how do you look at it?
Okay, that's a good question. Now,
Yeah.
One thing about SEA Games is that we've been aiming to be recognized. Okay. Slowly, MIHF or the Ice Hockey Federation was growing.
All right.
And there was a certain part where finally, when we were recognized by MSN, we were considered as a part-time athlete.
All right.
Okay. The thing is that you have two types of what do you call this? Sports. One
Alright.
is main and priority sports, the core sports like
Yes.
badminton, squash, running. What do you call it? The athleticism.
Yeah, all the lompat,
Football and
lompat
the
itu, lompat ini.
jauh, lompat dekat semua lah.
Yeah. Oh,
And then you have those what do you call that? We call second sports like ours.
All right.
So we are considered winter squads.
Okay.
All right, and winter squads are like ice hockey, speed skating, and also figure.
All right.
Okay, you know those ballerina on the ice.
Okay.
That's figure skating.
And Malaysia have that too.
Oh yes, and we
Yeah.
have one. We have one athlete figure skating which is already well known.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, so sorry.
But he's not Malaysian known.
he's Malaysian. He's Malaysian.
No, he's not Malaysian known.
He's not Malaysian.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
he's
He is
Malaysian.
known in the world, but not in Malaysia.
He's not known in Malaysia. I mean, he's internationally there.
Yes.
But in Malaysia, people will be like, oh,
Okay.
oh, so which country are you from? Oh, you're quite good at it. Bagus ya. Pandai dia. Orang mana ni?
Yeah.
You know, you have those kind of people.
But yeah, and one thing is that when we finally got into SEA Games,
All right.
it was we were in a nervous wreck because the thing is that SEA Games is the only way, it's our launch pad, okay,
Yeah.
for us to actually be known in Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
And to get more players to actually develop ice hockey. And our team was actually sent for training every
Okay.
single day. The hard part was that we are working. We are a working athletes.
Yeah, you guys have your own thing to do. I mean, you guys have your own commitment. You guys have your own career.
Yes.
You are not. I mean, it's like for some other sport, that's what they do since they were studying, since they were in school.
Correct.
I mean, they went to sekolah sukan, and that's what they've been doing. They've been practicing that for every single day
Yep.
for the past like 5, 6, or even 10 years of their life.
Yeah,
but not like you
no.
guys.
We are cramping everything in 1 year.
Alright, okay.
Not even 1 year. I would say a shorter time period, and that's what I loved about our team because we are not getting paid.
Okay.
And it was mostly we are fueled by motivation and you know the spirit of sport itself.
All right.
So because of that, you can actually see their result at the end in SEA Games. You know.
That actually you mentioned a very crucial point. I mean, a lot of people doesn't understand this. A lot of
Yep.
people thought that all sportsmen get paid.
Yep.
And you guys didn't get paid to play. Because
No.
why? Because a lot of people will say, oh, you guys won a medal. So you guys gonna be... most of you guys are already rich because you won a medal. But I don't think that's true. And that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people doesn't know about this. A lot of people doesn't know that actually you go to practice for the love of the game. Not all sportsmen get to pay just to play.
Yep.
But in your cases, I think you guys are spending a lot more money on your equipment,
Oh yes.
on your transport, and to spend your time, to commit your time just to practice.
Put it this way. My goalkeeper pad, right?
All right.
It has 3 types, which is intermediate, and then you have semi-pro and pro.
All right.
A pro set, okay, a full set will cost you almost about 15,000 ringgit.
And you cannot get it on Mudah.
No, definitely not in Mudah.
Yeah, definitely not Mudah or on the carousel because nobody else is wearing it. So you cannot get it on Mudah or carousel. I don't think that they sell those stuff in Lazada, right?
No, we buy it. we either buy it in
on
there are
eBay?
sites. Yeah, eBay.
All right, okay.
And Goalie Monkey, and or Hockey Monkey. So the thing is, most of them are in Canada or in US.
Okay.
So can you imagine the
You
cost
need to
of the
ship.
packs and the shipment? See,
Because it's huge and it's heavy.
it is, and the cost is crazy.
All right.
But I mean, because we love the sport, even though we're not getting paid for it for training or whatsoever, we still buy it. You know,
Yeah.
it's for the sport at the end of the day. And one thing I loved about it in Malaysia, the players, the kids, or even the coaches, okay, they really went thick and thin, developing themselves. I mean, put it this way, we have actually one of our coaches here, one of our main coaches, for example, like Gary Tan. Currently, he actually opened up his own academy called
All
the
right.
G10 Academy, and he is actually hired by the Indonesian, our neighboring country, to be the head coach for their ice hockey team.
All right.
Okay, so to me, for a neighboring country to recognize a Malaysian coach to be skillful enough to actually teach and train them for a big competition like Asian Winter Games, CCOA, or SEA Games, it's an accomplishment.
All right. But in another thing, talking about coaches, you guys, what I know of is, you guys now have an imported coach
Yep.
all the way from Hungary,
Yep.
Mr. Christoph.
Oh yes,
So-
I call him the big baby.
All right. Okay, the big baby.
You hear that, Christoph? Big baby.
All right. Okay. So I think that is one way also to see the accomplishment, meaning to say how much the Malaysia team is being appreciated because why? Because actually you guys now have an imported coach.
Yes. We before Christoph, we do have one as well. To develop our we call this the ladies
all right.
team, the
Okay.
national team. It's under Nico, so which is a Finnish guy, a Finland,
Ah.
from Finland. So we try to get more develop or a better coaches to actually train and focus into our
Yeah,
team.
because these people were professionals before. I mean,
Yes.
that's
Yep,
that's what
they
they've
are.
been doing. That's what they've been playing for the past 2-3 decades.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way, right smack from the womb, they come out, they're on with their skates. Okay, we can't do that.
So, I mean, now you say it, you put it that way. I'm imagining Mr. Christoph, coming out from the womb, already
Yeah, with the
skating
hockey stick out and
with
the
a hockey
skates,
stick and everything. So, yeah. So again, I mean, there's a lot of things that the public doesn't know. I mean, the majority of the people doesn't know, and when they don't know, they don't understand.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of misconception. Again, I mean, you mentioned before that just to play ice hockey is not something cheap. And again, I mean, even if you have the money, but if you are geographically not situated somewhere that have an ice skating ring,
Yep.
there would be another problem.
Yes.
Yeah, because what? Because there's no other alternative. And then another one thing is, I think maybe you can share a bit. I mean, I know that you already mentioned that. I mean, how hard it is for you to start, but the way I look at it, I mean, from a layman point of view, is playing hockey is one thing, skating is another thing.
Very true.
And playing ice hockey while skating, that is totally different level, bro.
Yeah, well-
Do you mind sharing
Okay,
more about
that's
that?
a good question again.
Yeah.
And the thing is that now hockey, okay, it consists of 3 segments. Okay, one
Alright.
is of course skating,
Okay.
physical contact,
All right.
and of course your ability to what do you call this?
To maneuver.
Maneuver with a stick.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Maneuver with the stick is another
So
thing.
why I say it's a lot different and it's a lot more difficult than other sports is that you have 3 things that you need to focus on, and those 3 things have to work and gel together at the same time.
Yep.
Okay, so imagine this: you have to skate really fast. Okay, and then at the same time you have your opponent coming to you, trying to smack you right into the wall. Okay, and stuck like a dead chicha.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you trying to swerve and bring the puck as well, and trying to shoot the puck into the net. And that's one thing, okay? That's what the player challenge. They go through, right?
Yeah.
And after that, you have goalies.
All right.
Goalies, our pads are pretty much Kevlar. For the
Okay.
pros, we are actually using bulletproof. It's Kevlar material.
Okay.
Okay,
So you might be wearing that if you want to go to feel safe. I mean,
You can just wear it and walk around, you know. So now, imagine this. What happened is that the reason why it's expensive because of the safety it has.
All right.
Now imagine it without. I mean, you're buying something secondhand which is already torn and already been so overly used. Okay, because that's what I experienced the first time I went into hockey. What happened was that I purchased a second hand, and when you play with more experienced players, the shots is very strong.
Okay.
I've had a dislocated shoulder and dislocated both my knees, and also injured both of my tendon and my ankles. Now imagine the amount of strength and stress you put into your body.
yeah, that's another thing that I've heard, that I mean, when it comes to ice hockey, you tend to have a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, depending if when you start, because if you start from young, right, your body is prone to
Injuries.
No. I
So
mean,
that you heal faster.
no, it's more of prone into that kind of situation.
Okay.
Aggressive skating, body contacts, and also full hard swing from your hips to your shoulders all the way down. So your body is used to it. Now imagine most of our players in Malaysia, we started not when we were young, like Canada, Finland, or US.
Yeah.
Okay. We start like when we were like 18.
Teenage.
Yeah, teenagers, right?
Teenage.
Teenagers, and some are like even
Young
18,
adults.
young adults. And when that happens, your body is already, how to say, it's not used to that kind of stress.
And it's already used to all the belacan,
Yes.
sambal ikan bilis,
And the masak lemak, and
yeah.
so when that happens, right? It just when it hits you, you just go down. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not used to that amount of stress to that body. But we try to cope with it with what do you call this, with therapy, right
Alright.
after, or maybe stretches, just to ensure that our body will be the same after the after the
All
game.
right. Okay. So I'm just wondering how fast. I mean, that thing is called a puck.
Okay,
right?
it's called a puck.
Okay,
yeah.
that thing is called a puck. I mean, it's like before we go for a break, after the break, I think Mr. Omar will explain more on how ice hockey is being played actually, because a lot of listeners doesn't know. I mean, it's like how many are there in a team, how you go
Yeah,
around with the
yeah.
substitute and everything, the penalty. We'll go on about that after this. But before that, I just want to know how fast can a puck goes.
Now put it this way, I got shot once and dislocated my shoulder, right? So
Alright.
it goes up to almost, okay, like the pro players, NHL players can go up to 130, 140 miles per hour.
All right, so
That's about
no. Luckily, it's a puck.
It's a, but
No,
it
no,
is. Yeah.
if it is a car, then you'll become the puck.
Yes.
You end up like a puck if it was a car, because
Oh,
100
yes.
miles per hour is like 160 kilometers a jump.
Yes.
160 kilometers per
Yep.
hour, and getting banged by a car 160 kilometers per hour.
Yeah,
that's-
you'll be flying.
No. You'll be a puck.
You'll be, yeah, you'll be flat like a puck.
You'll be flat like a puck.
So imagine it's hard like a rubber, right?
Yeah.
And you get shot as a goalie.
Oh, so it is a rubber.
it's a very hard rubber.
All right.
If
okay.
you throw it to a wall, it will pretty much break the wall.
Okay. Yeah, and I've heard that it can break the glasses before.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes.
And imagine, yeah, the glasses at the rink is a tempered glass. Okay, it's strong enough to, it's supposed to hold a bullet.
Yeah.
Okay, and it can be break by
A puck.
See?
So there you goes, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're gonna take a short break first. We're gonna come back after this talking more on how ice hockey is being played, because a lot of people outside there, they don't know. So how do you play ice hockey? But before that, so we'll be listening.
Why not we give them some
Yeah.
ice hockey team songs?
All right, so this is ice hockey theme song.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break, and you guys gonna be listening to Avenged Sevenfold. So this is some ice hockey stuff, yeah. All right. Hello, guys. You are back with us. Me and Omar talking about ice hockey.
Hey.
Yeah. in Hot Talk Mysuara FM. So ice hockey in Malaysia. I know we've gone a long way. I mean, we've talked about a bit of history of ice hockey and how
Yeah.
you get involved and how the things are. But I think we missed the most crucial part. A lot of Malaysian doesn't know how
How do
ice
you
hockey.
play?
How do you play ice hockey? All right. So do you mind, Omar, telling how many there's in a team, what you're supposed to do, how long it is being played, and what?
Okay, so I'll just take a professional team where it has full team in it, right?
All right.
So okay, in a team you're supposed to have 4 lines. Okay.
Okay.
Unlike football or basketball or what do you call this? Hockey, field hockey.
Okay.
You substitute one by one, right? Each player, right?
All right.
Okay. When you get tired, you just switch, or when you're not doing so well, you're not performing, you just switch. So
Okay.
in ice hockey is different because we are playing a very it's a hard contact sport, and also it's very very fast.
It's a very fast pace.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we follow this system called an interval system.
All right.
All right. So now in a line we have 5 people.
All right.
Okay. So 5 people goes in. All right. On each side, the
Okay.
opponent.
So on the ice there will be 10 people playing.
Correct. So you
Okay.
have 10 people, 2 goalies. Okay. On,
All right.
on both sides. So in every 30 seconds they will change. They will rotate their line.
Okay.
So from line 1 they will change to line 2.
All
So
right.
the line 2 teams will go out.
So meaning to say 5 peoples went in,
5
5
people-
people come out,
Yep.
coming from the same thing.
Correct.
It's coming from the same team.
Correct.
So how many are there? I mean, meaning to say that you need to have like at least 20 people.
Yep. Very true. So we
In a
have
team.
4 lines. Yeah.
All right.
So now let's compare hockey and football, for example, right?
Okay.
Now football, you have every single time you do a tackle, you get a free kick, or you get a yellow card or a red card, right?
Yeah.
And if you got a red card, you can't play at all.
All right.
Now in hockey, it's a bit different. In hockey, you have we combat. It's a penalty box.
All right.
All right. So you have 2 boxes. Now every single time, let's say you trip someone
Okay.
with a stick, right? You trip your opponent. That is considered as a 2 minutes penalty.
Okay.
Okay, for tripping. So one of your player, the one that trips that person, will go out into the box.
All right.
So you are playing with 1 man down.
Okay.
So we call that a power play. So which means 5 versus 4.
all right.
Okay. And one more thing, which is pretty cool about hockey, is that of course not in Malaysia. No, Malaysia we do not condone to violence, but in US or in the main major leagues like NHL, you are allowed to fight
All right.
in the ring. So which means, let's say if for example the 2 of us, right?
All right.
I'm pissed off at you. You keep on pushing me to the wall, to the board.
All right.
Okay. If I drop my glove and you drop your glove.
All right.
Okay, the referee will take that as a fight, which
Okay.
means the 2 of us will go to the center court, to the center ice ring,
All right.
and we can punch the shit out of each other.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
But for how long do we get to do that?
Almost about 1 minute, or until one each, and any of the player knocked out,
Okay.
and then the game is stopped. The fight is stopped, and then after that, 2 of those players, the one that's fighting, goes into a penalty box
for 2 minutes.
for 5 minutes. That's considered a major
Okay.
penalty. So
All
the
right,
2
so 5
teams will
minutes.
play on 4-on-4.
Okay. But wait, I mean, how many minutes do you play and how many set are there in a game?
Okay, so you will be playing at 20 minutes, stop time. Okay, because
Alright.
stop time means if, let's say, there's a penalty, or if there's a score, or if there's a freeze, a puck freeze.
All right.
Okay, then they will stop the time. Okay,
Alright,
So 20 minutes
In a game.
in every period. So you have
Oh,
3
okay.
periods.
All right. So 20 minutes in every period.
Yep.
And you have 3 periods. So that's
Yep.
like 60 minutes of non-stop action.
Non-stop. So usually when you have a stop time, right? So it will be
That is long.
that is long.
That is long, because
Almost
what-
about 1 hour and a half, or sometimes 2 hours, depending on the game.
Yeah, because what? Because in for football, I mean, it is already included when you tipu, you jatuh lah, all those
right?
things.
The time is still moving.
Yeah,
right?
the time is still moving, and then the referee will say, "Oh, we'll give another 5 minutes," so it becomes 95 minutes or 93 minutes. But if you stop, then that would
Yeah.
be pretty long. 20 minutes, 20 minutes of game itself.
That's why we have rotations.
All right.
So the game is always on the same level of par, which means it's always fast. Compared to football or field hockey, you are staying in the field non-stop. So you push and push and push. So there's no way you can finish 2 hours a game. The players will die.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
on the field
definitely.
itself.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how hockey is. And even though you have rotation, each rotation we try to limit it to at least minimum of 30 seconds.
All right.
Or to 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, so you play 1 minute, you get out. So in a way, you have about 3 minutes of rest. That's it, and you're back in, the ice.
All right.
Yeah.
So meaning to say, it's not just about stamina and all, but it's also about strategy.
Yes.
The game is a strategy game because
It
why?
is.
Because you get someone who's very fresh all the time,
Correct.
and it's not just about your stamina, but it's how you play the game.
Yep. And the thing is that imagine that you have 5 players in the team, right?
All right.
And how you have to skate at the same time, pass at the same time, okay, or even shoot. Now it has to be so fast so that you get to have more space or more view of shots without the goalie get to align to the player.
All
Okay?
right.
The idea is to distract the goalie, okay, by doing a lot of passing, or also to screen the goalie so that he or she can't see where the puck is and try to evade, and you get to shoot in. So
All right.
depending on the strategy that you have in the game, but the strategies must be precise
Okay.
because there's no in ice hockey there's no time for small or silly or stupid mistakes, because when you do that, there's a turnover. When you call a turnover, is that your opponent gets the puck and you're screwed.
All right.
Okay, because the game is, I would say, the ice ring is not as big as a football field.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is.
And one thing that I love about ice hockey is because you get to play behind the goal.
Oh yes, yep. So
Yeah.
pretty much every single part of the ice you can play in.
Yeah.
Except the crease of the goalie.
Okay, all right. So and then another one thing, I mean, it's like how many are there in a team? So you have like 20 people, and you have how many goalies?
2.
You have 2 goalies and 20 people. Do you have any other substitute?
Usually, yes, you will. If let's say, but not for Malaysia, because the thing is, we are still trying to grow to that extent amount of team where you have substitute, where you become an official club, where you are getting paid and all that. So it's okay to have this, because right now in Malaysia, we do not have substitute, because the fact is that when you play a league, you are paying with your own money
All
to play
right.
the league, and the amount is not cheap, because to book an ice ring for 1 hour to 2 hours is already about 1 to 2,000 ringgit.
All right. So that's another thing. Talking about the development of the sport itself.
Okay.
So when you talk about league and all of this stuff, meaning to say, the way I understand it is, now you guys chip in.
Yep.
You guys chip in. I mean, you guys make your own team. You
Yep.
guys chip in.
Yep.
Not you guys are getting paid, but you
No.
guys chip in to play.
Yes, we pay for the league. Okay.
All right.
And
Okay.
and I would say it is very expensive. Now it's because of the ice ring. All right?
Okay.
When you play on the ice ring, you put so much cost in it. Like
Yeah.
the Zamboni to resurface the
Yes,
ice.
yes.
The chillers at the bottom, the electrics used. So the amount of money, the people that will be putting up the net. So all those charges are expensive. And imagine this, like right now, a league can cost you up to about 400 ringgit per person.
All right.
So if you have the pro teams in US or Canada and so forth, they have substitutes. Now your substitutes cannot play, but they are paying 400 ringgit just like
Yeah,
that for
all right.
nothing.
Yes.
So,
So-
you
so-
see what I mean?
yeah, so now I understand it better because why? Because when you say substitute, they pay and they don't get to play, but they get to watch.
Yeah.
They get to watch
Yeah,
and
so-
hoping that they get to play.
Correct.
All right, so yeah, for those people who doesn't know, Zamboni is that thing that look like a tractor, but it's not a tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes around the ice ring. It's
Mm-hmm.
a huge thing that looks like a tractor, but actually, what does it actually do, Mr. Omar?
Okay, so right after you skate on the ice for a few hours, right? Or let's say on public time, when you have all this public figure, or all these public skaters skating in it. So the ice is no longer flat because
Alright.
of the blades, right?
Okay.
So it's no longer what we call a perfect ice.
Aha.
So the job of a Zamboni is that when it goes into the ice ring, it will actually flattens the ice back. Okay. So
Okay.
it uses back water, and it will freeze the water back and flatten it to I would call a perfect flat.
All right. So because a lot of people who doesn't know say that, oh, that thing goes around to shine it. No, it doesn't just it doesn't just go around to shine it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it does not. But
Yeah.
you can put it that way.
Yeah.
It shines back. I mean, it perfects back the ice ring. I mean, it's same thing like your marble, right? You have that machine that goes around and
Yeah.
making it shine back, right? So,
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're gonna take a short break, and this one is dedicated by Omar to Mrs. Omar. So,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, listen up. So it's Neo 1 in a million. Hello, guys. We are back with me and Omar talking about ice hockey.
Hey guys.
Yeah. So, okay, first of all, that thing that goes around, it doesn't just shine it.
Yeah. It flatten it back. Okay, into a perfect ice.
All right, it just
Yeah.
doesn't go around, shine it, and polish it because it looks nicer on TV. No, no, it doesn't happen. No, because why? Because actually, I've heard that coming from one of the spectators
Yeah.
when I was there watching the SEA Games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when that thing came out, I mean, the huge truck there, and then one of the guy was asking his friend, was like, oh, tu benda apa tu? Tak, dia buat kilat bro.
Yeah.
Nanti bila ambil gambar baru cantik. Baru benda tu kilat. So, I wanted to laugh, but that just shows, I mean, it's like, that just shows our spectators, they don't understand it. They don't know anything about it, but they are there.
Yes.
They are there, but these are the people who shouted the most
Yes.
to actually sokong with their semangat and all. But yeah, they don't even know. I mean,
What's going on?
what's going
What's
on?
the rule? And
What's going on? They know that when they went there, they want our national team to win.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I mean, when I was there, the spirit, you get to feel, Malaysian, Chinese, Indian,
Yeah.
Malays, everyone was there supporting their national team.
Yeah. That's what I love about Malaysia. The thing is that okay, when SEA Games came out and saying that Malaysia, we gonna put ice hockey inside SEA Games.
Yeah.
I did not expect the crowd. Okay, I just expect the family of whomever playing ice hockey will be there to support.
Yeah.
But when I was there, when I saw what I saw, when every single Malaysian game, I was happy. I was tearing up because this is what we want.
Yeah.
This is the exposure that we need, and the amount of crowd and how it was going crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it's like even when I first wanted to go and watch it, I didn't expect a lot of people would be there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like you can't. I mean, to be around the ring, you can't even see the game. And some people were like complaining, were like, I think we should just watch it on TV or something.
Yeah.
Instead.
It's that what you say is true. I mean, the problem was that what we were facing was that we did not have a proper venue. It was
Yes.
supposed to be in IOI.
Yes, but because what? Because we don't actually have a. It was not a stadium.
Yes.
It was not meant for those kind of games where you have seats, all around for people to watch. It was
Yeah.
just a mall.
Yeah, and it was one part. The hardest part was that when it was already confirmed that we were going to do in Empire, and the development wasn't ready. We were rushing.
Yeah,
Okay,
I heard.
and when that happens, you saw just now, like you have a bit of seats. You don't have those extensions all the way up where people
Yeah.
can sit and see.
And parking was crazy.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, the parking was crazy. You don't even know where you're going.
Yeah. And the problem was the parking itself, the basement weren't ready.
Yeah.
And people were confused and were trying to find a place where can
As,
they
and
park.
as if we were playing underground ice hockey.
Yeah.
This is like, hardcore.
I have to agree.
No, hardcore underground ice hockey is like, this is illegal shit, You come in, I mean, it's like with
Pay your tickets.
Yeah,
Pay
yeah,
your tickets,
yeah,
yeah.
pay tickets. I mean, it's like, put your betting how much you want to bet, those kind of things. Because why? Because coming through from the car park, I parked downstairs when I went there. So I was with another friend of mine, and we were walking, and she was like, "Oh, so if I'm alone, I don't think I'll be walking here."
Yeah.
So, I mean, those
Yeah,
kind of
I
things.
understand, I understand.
You have those water dripping from the
Yeah. I mean, because to keep the ice ring hardened, right?
Yeah.
You have to have a perfect temperature, cold temperature
So it
inside.
needs to be like super cold.
Super cold. So that place was not ready for that amount of temperature. Okay.
Aha.
So you have
It's not ready to be
leakings.
super cold.
Not yet. So I mean, because the development wasn't there
Yeah,
yet,
yeah.
right? So you will see leakings everywhere.
Yeah.
Until now. Okay. We are still going there for leagues and training.
Okay.
By the way, currently we have leagues going on. It's already ice season.
Okay.
Okay. So
Oh, I thought in Malaysia we only have monsoon season.
No, we have
musim
winter
cuti
season now.
sekolah, musim cuti sekolah, musim durian, those kind of stuff. And the only thing coming to the end of the year is monsoon season, bro.
No, you have to put one more. Okay, winter season.
All right,
okay?
winter season. So it's the ice season where people play
Yes.
ice hockey. But again, I mean, talking about the venue,
Mm-hmm.
put all the things aside. I mean, of course, it was a first time for us.
Yes, yes.
Even our minister of sport and Khairi Jamaluddin also put on his Insta stories. It was like it was worth it to have the ice ring because the turnout
was
were like
really- yeah.
thousands of people turn out to watch something they don't even understand.
Yeah. But one thing I felt that we were lacking on was I did mention to one of the what call this the federation.
Yeah.
Is that we need panels, a display panels where you can
Aha.
actually show rules, where they can actually see, read, and understand the game.
Why not? If actually they can just like put up posters, print out
Right.
posters, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be that expensive so that people understand. I mean, how long it is.
Because, very true. Because to me, this is the right time because people are coming from not even from our what we call ice hockey family,
Yeah.
right? Where they want to see the sport, but they don't understand the sport. If you actually have those around, they could read up, they could understand,
Yeah.
and maybe you get to have more people coming in as recruits, right?
Yeah.
Because you know what, I kind of like this game. I want to bring my son or
Yeah.
my daughter to learn.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. So I think because everything was in a rush.
Yeah.
So we did not get to do that.
No, but again, I mean, it was a great start for Malaysia.
It
I
is,
mean,
it is,
have
no doubt.
to have ice hockey in the SEA Games, and also beside ice hockey, I saw the same thing happen to polo.
Oh yeah. Yes, our big boss went and play inside as well.
Yes. So when I saw polo, the amount of people around the place was crazy. And then coming from their point of view, they can't see anything. I mean, they can't even see people playing polo. Worst case scenario, I mean, it's like, the best they could see was the head of the polo players, but still, it just looked like a small, tiny bugs.
Yes.
From a side,
From afar, right?
From far side, because what? Because I mean, yeah, the seating and all, and I even saw our previous Prime Minister Tun Abdullah Badawi was just like sitting in a normal seat, but it just shows that the spirit of Malaysian watching their team, and if you ask me, with that kind of spirit, semangat and all, I mean, no wonder we won so many goals.
Yeah. And for us, we could almost. We almost reached silver. It was like
Yes.
it was just there. But what happened? We had a tie with Philippines.
Yeah.
Okay, and it went into 2 OTs until penalty shootout,
All right.
and we lost on that. So to
Yeah.
me, we won.
Yeah.
Okay, we won that game, and we were supposed to get silver, but bronze for the first time, it's good.
Yeah,
You know, it's a good result back.
it's a good start.
Yeah, because to me, KJ sent us out, okay,
Yeah.
and expect something back, and we actually gave him something back,
Yeah.
and that's a good start and a good launch pad for ice hockey. And what I loved the most is that the amount of recruits that we got after SEA Games. You know, kids are coming in, you know, and I can see the sports growing in Malaysia. And the dream of my dream was that to be developing ice rinks all over Malaysia, which means every single state.
We're gonna turn all the sawah into ice rink, bro.
Oh yes.
We're gonna turn all the sawah into ice rink. I mean, we're gonna start with that.
Then the what do you call it? The guy who will be like trying the
Yeah, and then we're gonna use the same tractor like that also.
Inside ice rink.
Inside. Because before this, just to collect paddy, right? After
now
that,
we collect ice. We do ice shaving.
Yeah, we do ice shaving and also to shine. To shine the thing.
Oh my god.
I think we would do that. Yeah, but again, I mean the constraint is to have the ice rinks
Yes.
all around the
It's-
country and to maintain that, and it is it's not something cheap. But
not.
I think it would be your dream also to see like at least every single state have one ice rink.
Yes, I want to see that happen. I want to see. It's like football.
Yeah.
You have your Perak team, KL team, Selangor team, and you have your Johor. So when that happens, you have your own NHL, which means the National Hockey League.
But just to share with all the listeners and also to share with you, Omar. Again, while I was watching the game, I mean the final game.
Okay.
This was the final game. It was between number 3 and number 4.
Oh
So,
yes,
yeah.
the Malaysia and Singapore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the final game. So I heard, there was another good joke that I heard. So they were like, so if we win this, what's going to happen?
Okay.
And so one of the guy, I mean, there were again. I mean, you see there were a lot of people. So I was like, yeah, I was eardropping, not really airdropping,
Yeah.
because people were just like speaking quite loud. You know,
Okay.
because it was loud, right? So one of the guy were asking, it's like, Abi tu kalau menang ni kita dapat apa? Another guy came in and said, KJ umum esok winter. I'm like. I know he's a minister of sport. I mean, salute to Chief. He can do a lot of things, but an act of God, you know.
if KJ can actually do that, you know, I'll be like, oh, praise Lord, you know. We have winter finally, you know.
That guy, and then the best part is the other guy was quite blur. He was like, "Oh, umum winter, okay." I was like, "Are you guys for real?"
I think you sat
I
sat
mean-
next to Ujang. You know, that's what happened.
It does. He can declare winter, but he can't make winter. You know, those sort of things. But they were like this group of people. I mean, young, especially Malay guy. They were just there supporting, watching. They were so fanatics. I mean, the way. They don't really understand it, but if you're looking at them, they are willing to go and, you know, just like they are like a true hooligans that are willing to go and beat up. all the-
You know, I was sitting. I saw one of the spectators.
Yeah.
Okay, this Malay guy, and one of our team body checked a Singaporean on
Yeah.
that final game, right?
Yeah.
And the guy was injured, and that guy was like shouting, you know, take that, hampir kau, hampir kau. I'm like, wow, you know, I didn't expect that, you know. It's like, you know, you deserve that shit. I'm like, wow, okay. So this
It's like pukul.
so this I can see, you know, in the future we're gonna have this kind of like
Yeah.
fans, right? And I loved it, you know. That's
Yeah.
what hockey is, you know.
Yeah.
It's all
So, I mean, yeah, the thing of it, imagine if we have winter And then if we have winter and actually everyone, even in the rural, in the kampong area or suburban area can play, actually it will happen like that.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it will actually happen like that. I can imagine there will like people. I mean, it's like
Ambek mu.
yeah, you know, our pakcik and makcik, you know, no, especially all the pakcik lepas dia semayang asar and all pakai kain pelekar,
Wearing their skates.
Yeah, lepas tu go skates around kan, make a couple of go around apa semua. Oh tak ada, tengok anak.
DJ.
Those kind of things. Anyway, I think we're gonna take one last break before we wrap up the session. Another we're not gonna listen to any ice hockey songs, but this one is Chainsmoker, Closer. Hello, you guys. We are back.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, Mysuara Hot Talk, talking about ice hockey in Malaysia. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. We will have winter soon.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. So starting from that, so more development on ice hockey will be happening once we have winter.
I wish.
I wish, but no.
We are growing. We are building more
even without winter.
Even without winter.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Because I had the opportunity to be sent into Elite Invitational.
All right.
Which they only choose 8 goalies around the world.
All right.
And to be trained by the Canadian coach.
All right.
Okay. So it was a very big experience, and from there on, then I started to become a coach as well.
Okay.
For the younger generation. And I have this small boy. His name is Matty.
Okay.
8 years old now. Playing goalie. Okay, he is growing. He's getting faster. Okay, we do have younger goalies are playing for the Bantam, which is the national team for the kids. So we have this. The first Malaysia team is called Harimau Malaya.
Okay.
And then we have the second. We call it like
Harimau
teenagers.
Sejuk.
Harimau Muda.
Okay, Harimau Muda.
So
I thought because it's ice. Okay, Harimau Sejuk.
Usually it's about 18. I think it's 18 or 17 below.
Alright, okay. Harimau Melaya, Harimau Muda,
And then you have
Harimau Kanak-kanak.
Okay. They only
Kanak-kanak rimau.
No, this is the best part. 12 years below, we call it Harimiao.
Really?
Yeah.
Harimiao.
Harimiao.
Alright, okay.
So those are what we call the smallest, the 12 years below national teams. And
Is there any chance that if I get to play also?
you will be in the Harimiao.
Okay.
Make sure that you will be. Doesn't matter about your age, okay?
But I think I might not even fit to become a Harimiao.
You're the one crawling at the back. Let them do the things. So let them play.
Or I'll be the sub.
You'll be the sub.
Yeah, at least I get to sit there. At least I get to sit, wear all those stuff, take Instagram photos.
Correct.
Oh, now I'm in the national team.
At
At least I can tell people that I'm in the national team now for the Harimiao. So yeah, but let's not take photos with my teammates.
Yeah.
But I just take like Instagram photos.
Take alone.
Yeah, take alone Instagram photos. That's what people do these days.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, I mean, going back, you yourself, do you mind sharing what is your dream maybe?
Oh, okay. My dream when I actually started, to be honest, I would not even think about being in the Malaysian team. When I was in it, then you want to grow more, right? You want to achieve that target. To me, to at least to see the Malaysia team, us in the Olympics, that will be like a big achievement. Okay, and for us, it's like that's the pinnacle. That's it. You're there. You did it. Malaysia's there.
All right. But again, I mean, it's like I'm just thinking. I'm just wondering. I mean, it's like so every time there's a game. I mean, there's a lot of different games. I mean, you have the championship, you have the SEA Games, and what. But it's not all the same people going for all of this, right?
No. For example, right? I used to play. I was in the prospects. So, but I wasn't in the SEA Games. So after every single big competition, they will open back the prospects. So which means from there you will enter it again, and you will be chosen. So whomever the best player is, the best of the best, will get to play for the national team.
At that point.
Yeah.
the best of the best at that point.
At that point.
Yes, so meaning to say every time they want to do another game, then they open up again.
Correct. So they consider as they bubarkan.
Okay, so now I understand why you didn't join the SEA Games, because you were getting married.
Yeah, not no.
So you took a break, and you were like, it's okay. I don't want to go and play SEA Games because I want to focus on my wedding date.
No,
I think
I was actually working around. So
all right, okay.
I was traveling. I was overseas, and so it was difficult for me to actually commit at the same time.
And also you need to prepare for your wedding.
Yeah, okay, let's put that in. Okay, yes, for my wedding.
All right, so if the missus is listening now, so Omar sacrificed that for her.
Yes, baby.
Just to make sure that everything goes perfectly well. So that was I mean the thing that you sacrificed. Anyway, so other than that, I mean not just your hope. I mean, what about your hope when it comes to the game itself in Malaysia?
I expect it to grow bigger, where we can finally have an official club where they actually do drafting, like how it is in the overseas. You know, the best player will have the drafting picking, and you will get paid to play for the team. You know, contracts just like JDT or Selangor or Wilayah. You know, that kind of thing. And for me to see that when you are finally an independent club, that's a big deal.
How long do you see that coming?
Oh my. The rate, I don't know about our rate.
2050, maybe TN50 will have that. 30 years from now.
I would say, yeah, about that. I would say about 20 to 30 years.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, that's looking doable because because these days people are talking about 2050 because that's why we have the Transformasi Nasional in the 2050, and in 2050 we still might not have winter in Malaysia, but
you would not want that though. You know, that's a sign for you to like, you know,
repent
and redemption, you know, everything comes out. But yes, I mean 20-30 years I don't think so I can be playing. I mean, I won't be playing anymore.
But you might be managing or coaching.
Yes, that's very true. I mean, to me, it is still important to see the young generation continue on because the minimum of age to go in for training for skating and ice hockey is 5 years old. So
all right.
Whomever if you have kids,
please share. I mean, it's like if people wants their kid to start early, where can they send their kids? What can their kids do? And then if people are interested, I mean, maybe they feel, I don't know, maybe that they just suddenly after listening to this, they feel like, I think ada bakat lah sebenarnya nak jadi player. Ini macam mana nak jadi player ni? Ataupun where can these people check out where you guys train or what? Or maybe there are some girls outside that say that I want to date a Malaysian ice hockey player, and where can I check them out? Where can I check them out? But I'm very sorry that Mr. Omar is no more in the market, but maybe some other people else. Or hopefully Mrs. is not listening to this. So, but I think Mrs. is still listening to this. It is recorded. So what can they do?
Okay, so for kids, I would really recommend to start from 5 years old. We have a 6-year-old kid skate like super fast and super skilled. Okay, he can even beat me.
All right,
no doubt about it. Okay. You can send. There are two types of. There are two places where you can send training.
All right.
One, of course, we have an independent academy called the G10 Academy. We do have training on Thursday, which is at 9:30 p.m. at IOICT Mall.
Okay.
Or Sunday on Sunway Pyramid at 8:45. Okay, or we do have from the federation as well. They do open hockey school, which is on Friday at Empire City, our new stadium, Minis, at 9:00 every Friday. So I'm a goalie coach, so whomever wants to be a goalie can either go to both academy. I am there.
Or check out you on Instagram or on Facebook.
Of course.
Yeah, stalk you. And send you freaky messages saying that I want to train as a goalie and I want to force you to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love that though. For me, that is motivation.
That is motivation.
But yes, you can send me an Instagram. It's Omar Mokhtar 69. That's my jersey number.
Okay. All right. So it's the jersey number.
Yes,
all
it is
right.
the jersey number. Do not
Okay.
think otherwise. Okay. This.
All right.
Okay. One more good story about this number is that it was for the Malaysia team, and there was no more available nice number except a few.
All right.
You know, and the one was out. The number which was outstanding was the 69. So that's why I took that number.
All
and
right,
I still maintain until now.
All right.
Okay?
So at least we already cleared the air.
Yes.
At least we already cleared the air.
But it was so cool because every time when you have like final leagues, right, and you like playing on the finals, and when the player is coming to you like trying to shoot, and you can see the crowd shouting 69, 69. I'm like, oh my god, this is just weird. Okay, but it's fun. Okay,
Yeah.
it's fun. So. Yes, you can send me at my Instagram, okay, Omar Mokhtar 69, or even my Facebook, which is Omar Mokhtar. Okay. If you are ever interested, even for playing hockey, you can just send me a message. I'll teach you, or I show you where you can go to learn. Okay.
All right. Okay, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We had Mr. Omar Mokhtar with us, and for a lot of people, I think it's been a very interesting talk today. We were talking, we talked, I think, a lot of things about ice hockey, and a lot of things also that I don't know, and I bet even the public outside there were very, very curious. Thank you very much, Mr. Omar, for being with us.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
So we really hope that maybe later on after this, we can have you again on the show. And then maybe like 6 months or 1 year from now, so that we can see, what's going on.
Yeah. We can see the development, right?
Yeah,
what's going on, what's the result?
Yeah, because it seems that everything is like pretty fast paced these days. And then we have very, very high hope on ice hockey.
Thank you.
I think because the development, as all of us can see, it is there. The potential is there. We can even like a small country in Southeast Asia. I think we're doing pretty well for a tropical country.
Yep.
To have our own ice hockey team, and then the future. There's still a lot of uncertainty, but I think we should be very, very positive.
Very true. Very true. So yes, do look into ice hockey. Try to enjoy this new sport. Whenever we have a competition going on, or even leagues, you can just come and have a look at it, and also support your favorite team. You can start having a new team now.
It's like, if you don't know which team to support, just support Omar Mokhtar. That's it. Whatever he's playing, just support him, and we can start from there.
Yes.
And maybe after a while, after watching Omar, you'll be like, no, I think I'm gonna watch the other team. But all of us, we need to start somewhere, right? Anyway, so thank you again, Mr. Omar. Really, really appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the one that tune in to ice hockey in Mysuara FM Hot Talk. It's okay. We're gonna be back. I'm gonna be back next week with another topic, different topic. Again, from 5 to 6 p.m. If not 5 p.m., then it will be 5:30 p.m. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Cheers from me and also Omar.
Bye, guys. See
Okay,
you.
bye-bye. See you
Take
guys
care.
next week. Take care.